It's March Madness time, and if you're like me, you don't watch basketball, but you still want to feel relevant to the conversation. How can you do that? By knowing a lot about the college mascots. Today I'm going to review the top 100 Division I basketball college mascots. I'm going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 or less than 1 being the worst. If you get less than 1, it must be a pretty bad mascot. Starting with number 100, Evansville, the Purple Aces. His name is Aces. He looks like he's a gambler. He looks like Wario. He is very pale. I like that his body is just a normal size and his head is actually only a little bit bigger. There must not be a lot of room in that head. He looks evil, but he does look like he's betting for the other team to win. 2 out of 5 stars. Or 2 out of 5 basketballs. Number 99, the Rockets. Rocky the Rocket and Roxy the Rockette. This is adorable. First of all, they look like Bomberman. If you're familiar with that old video game, it was a great one. These two look like they would be a guy and girl duo blowing stuff up. For the fact that there's 2 of them now and they get to be romantic, which could be fun antics in the games, I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 5. Oh, we got a pig. Number 98 on our list is Arkansas, the Razorbacks. Big Red, the Razorback Hog, and Tusk 5, the Russian Boar. R.I.P. Tusk 1 through Tusk 4.
This little boar is so cute. This little piggy, he looks so sweet. Is he still a little puppy? Is that what you call a piglet? Is he still a puppy pig? He's sweet.
I can't even look at the other mascot. I'm so taken with the baby pig. The baby pig is so hecking cute. Pigs are weird because they look like they have hair, like human hair growing out of their skin, not fur, hair. Ugh. Yuck. But he's cute. Let's take a look at the actual Big Red, the Razorback Hog. I like his eyebrows. They're almost a unibrow. His tusks kind of go into his face a little too much. I vote get rid of anything but the real pig, and honestly, have 5 pigs at a time. I give the real pig 5 out of 5 basketballs and the fake pig 2 out of 5. The Golden Gophers. The Golden Gophers from Minnesota. This guy looks like a cereal mascot. None of the cereals will sponsor him. He found his way into Minnesota. They were like, we love you, your cheeks are huge. You could put so many footballs in those cheeks. I hope he does, or basketballs. 4 out of 5. I love him. 4 out of 5 basketballs. Okay, ugh, blech. Mizzou Tigers, Truman the Tiger. This guy looks fucked up. His outfit sucks. It looks like somebody took a Sharpie and put those marks on his costume. His nose is way too big for his face. It looks like his head is starting to cave in. His whiskers look strong. And his mouth is just a tiny little O. He looks scared and shocked. And his eyes, they do look sad. I mean, honestly, he looks like he can hear what I'm saying. 1 out of 5 stars. 1 out of 5 basketball. Okay, we're back in business with the Seton Hall Pirates. The Pirate. He's blue. Where's this Seton Hall University? Where the fuck is that? Where are you from, bro? This guy, I like his little tube arms.
New Jersey. New
Jersey, okay. Things are starting to make more sense. I love the color palette of all blue facial hair and the same color blue for his clothing and his eye patch and his hat and his normal hair. They just one tone all the way through. I wish we all wore clothes that was only our body hair color. I think it's 3.5 out of 5 basketballs. Oh, this Ram is swole and he's expressive. He looks like a rat that took the Captain America serum. This is for Virginia Commonwealth Rams, Rodney the Ram, more like Roydney the Ram. This guy is jacked. His horns are huge. His head is so knobbly. He's got, when you know the weightlifters who have the like wrinkly backs of their heads, he's got that on the front of his head. His eyebrows are swollen like lip injections from the Kardashians. He looks like he's in college. He's like a 5th-year senior. Just can't pass the economics courses. The horns are almost erotic to me. The leather, the shine, the beauty. He's strong. He could take care of me, but he wouldn't call me back. 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 basketballs. Okay, this is a sultry little slut. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, but look, woo! Something's going on here with UD, the blue hen chicken of the Fighting Blue Hens from Delaware. Very come hither, very cheap looking, but honestly, I'm tempted. The shorts are tattered. UD has been through some stuff. UD is also a funny name. It's like, why is it UD? UD! Is it University of Delaware? UD! I bet this mascot totally shows up to college parties just dressed like this and just gets up. 3 out of 5. University of Illinois Chicago Flames Sparky D Dragon. This is such a weird ripoff of the Bulls mascot that it makes me uncomfortable. He's number 0? That sucks. They're the Flames. Okay, so he's a dragon, they're the Flames. The red is like Hot Cheetos colors, but his proportions with his shoes are better than the previous mascots, and I like that his palms are black. But otherwise, he just makes me wish I was watching the Bulls, and you don't want that as a college team. You can never be as good as the Bulls. 2 out of 5. Holy shit. This is sick. This is the funniest one I've seen so far. This is Willie Wildcat from the Kansas State Wildcats. The entire costume is just the head, and the head is pretty realistic. An actually buff man wearing football uniform, and he's got a gigantic cat's head on his head. This makes me think of Street Sharks. They were shark people, and they somehow swam through the roads and just tore them up. But they were the good guys, I think. Yeah, this is hysterical. I would cheer every time I saw Willie because of the human arms. 5 out of 5 basketballs. Way to go, Willie. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Wushak. You gotta go. A 0 out of 5 basketballs. That's horrific. This is a spider! Whoa, this is upsetting. Oh, it's a spider with fingers and teeth. I love the limbs. I love how they're coming out of the back. I don't love that the eyes aren't the millions of like crazy looking hexagonal things. I think it should have just gigantic eyes all over. This is definitely a spider that lives down at the rec center, plays ping pong. He's friends with one of your dad's friends. You see him every so often at a barbecue. He's not mean, but he's a little creepy, but he's nice. He's nice. I gotta give him 4 out of 5 basketballs just to the audacity of having a spider, like everyone's least favorite thing. That's so funny. Okay, this guy looks like a dick. This guy looks like a piece of shit. Sam the Minuteman from Massachusetts, the Minuteman. I don't like him, he's dastardly. This guy looks like Dudley Do-Right, but he's a do-wrong. People are talking about how the Minuteman has raw sex appeal. No, sex repeal. 2 out of 5 basketballs. USC Trojans, Tommy Trojan. This guy looks like he stepped out of a DreamWorks film. The crispness of this mascot feels inviting, encouraging, positive. The muscles are weird, they're very flabby. He's got a sword, that's cool. I love his face, it's so animated, it's so new and fresh and vibrant. The only thing I could like more is if this mascot was actually 20 feet tall and full of people from the other team. 4 out of 5 basketballs. The Longwood Lancers, Elwood the horse. This guy is groovy as shit. This looks like a Nickelodeon cartoon. He is chilling. He's like rocking back. He looks angry, but he's like angry cool. And his colored hair makes me think he's just misunderstood. He's a punk. He sits at the outcast table, but he could be a popular kid, but he doesn't want to be. I like his smile. I like his brow. His nostrils are huge. And Longwood, very suggestive name to have written across the chest of your horse. 4 out of 5 basketballs. He's not perfect. He doesn't need to be. Oh, Cornell, Big Red, touchdown the bear. I love his big eyes. I love his size. He looks like a teddy bear. He looks very huggable. Honestly, the most huggable mascot I've seen so far. Touchdown the Bear is a name that only works for the football team. Touchdown the Bear at the basketball game feels like he's wandered into the wrong place and everyone's just pitying him. 4 out of 5 basketballs. He's sweet. Oh, there's 2 of them. This is from Hofstra. They're the Pride, and Kate and Willie Pride are the 2 lions. They're both kind of ugly. I'm having trouble saying anything positive. 2 out of 5. They're not the worst, but I don't like them. Boston College, the Eagles, here comes Baldwin. Baldwin is on a drug trip for sure. His eyes are blood red. He doesn't even look like he knows the game is going on. He still thinks he's actually a bird. He's trying to fly right now. His wings are meh. I think they need to give him a polished look. I'm thinking the USC Trojans. The detail on that guy. This guy could look so much hotter. This sucks. 1 out of 5. Boo. Boo, Boston College. Okay, this guy's on a fat hog. His name is the Demon Deacon from Wake Forest, the Demon Deacons. He looks like a criminal again. He has the outfit of the Monopoly Man, but the face of an evil president. President 5 through 25, they all kind of look the same. Mutton chops, white hair, scary looking guys. The mascot ultimately is an old man. He hit a midlife crisis, and now he's decided to change his name to the Demon Deacon. And you're like, sure, Uncle Gary, you're the Demon Deacon. 3 out of 5. Oh, this is very funny. This is St. Mary's in California. They're the Gaels. This is Gideon the Gael. They're Gaelic-speaking people. Gael is laying in front of the fire around Christmas. His face is oily as all get out. It's got quite the shine, but his hair looks a little too real for a mascot, and he's muscular. Well, he's got Uggs on. He looks like he's gonna end up broke in 3 years. He looks like he's at the top of his game in college. He plays ultimate frisbee. He smokes weed, but he doesn't buy it. His friend buys it and he bums it off of him. And he's got a really promising future, but he's not gonna be motivated. He's gonna move back in with his parents. He relied too much on his looks and didn't apply himself. 2 out of 5 basketballs. His face is so shiny. Oh, this guy's sad. This is the Northwestern Wildcats. This is Willie. After seeing the Wildcats from Kansas, this guy sucks.
There's a lot of Wildcats in this.
I bet there's a lot of Wildcats. It's a generic choice. There's a classic Simpsons gag that is, who are we? The Wildcats! Who are we gonna beat? The Wildcats! Yeah, this sucks. He looks like a sad rat. I like the mutton chops in general. I can't grow them, but I wish more people were wearing Muppet chops.
Muppet chops?
Muppet chops. I would like people to have felt grow out of their skin on their face and have Muppet chops. But they are playing at the Bulls Arena because they got a Bulls logo in the corner, and that's doing a lot for me. He looks sad, and he looks like he doesn't know where he's going in life. 1.5 out of 5 basketballs. Hey, yeah. Sir Henry. What are you doing tonight, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna be down at the game. But after I got open night. He's also part of Team Rocket. He's got a big R in his chest, and if you are a Pokemon fan, you know not to trust somebody like that. He's handsome, but he looks like a douche. But I like the detail on his face. I think he's well composed. He just definitely has sinister. Like if you just look at his eyes, they're evil. But his abs go up to his neck. 3 out of 5. Oh yeah, Buster Broncos! Yes, the Boise State Broncos, this horse has got it going on. He's got a nice tuft of hair. His expression is huge, vibrant, positive. This guy comes out, the crowd goes nuts. I love his look. I love his vibe. I love his swagger. This guy is like a party. And he's just got a horse logo on his chest. He's a horse wearing a horse shirt. Buster Bronco, 5 out of 5 basketballs. Oregon Ducks, the Oregon Duck. I mean, I'm so surprised that Disney didn't order some sort of cease and desist. This is one of the duck kids. Huey, Dewey, Louie, it looks like one of those grew up. And it looks good. The eyes are huge, they're beautiful. He's got a shiny bill, clean bill of health, nice hat. If he was playing basketball, he would never foul. 5 out of 5. Purdue, Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Mastodons, and this is Dawn. This is the second video in a row where I'm floored by Indiana. This is incredible. The trunk, the tusks, the ears, the eyes. He's got a little fur in his head like a mastodon, of course. It just looks like a mistake, but I love it. He looks like he's going to you up. Like he's there for business. I bet he walks around like this. He doesn't take pictures with kids. 4.5 out of 5 basketballs. The little tuft on the head is weird to me. Everything else is perfect. Oh, the Syracuse orange. Otto the orange. Hey guys, I can vitamin C that you're gonna play a great game out there, boys. Now don't confuse me for the basketball. I'm just an orange. This guy's a dork, and he's got a double-sided wrench for a mouth. I like the shape of his eyes though. I like the point at the bottom, and I like that he's just a big orange in a hat. The weirder the better, I think. 3 out of 5. This is 100% the weirdest offshoot of Power Rangers I've ever seen. This is the University of Central Florida Knights. Nitro. Nitro is a great name. What is his face? I mean, I get that it's a knight helmet, but his eyes you can see, but you can't see his face. And his eyes are pure white. That's scary. I like his armor. He's fierce, he's got a flag. I think I need to see more of his face. I need to see the mouth or pupils or something. I don't get a lot from this. So because of that, 3 out of 5 basketballs. Oh, it's Bona Wolf from the Bonaventure Bonnies. So many Bon words here. Definitely, this is not a new costume. It looks raggedy, but wolves look raggedy. They're nature dogs. They live out there, and when they're not stalking little girls and grandmas, they're hoping gingerbread men trust them, or bothering pigs. They're supporting basketball. He seems fine. He seems meh. Forgettable. Sharpen that wolf up. Give him a gun. 2 out of 5 basketballs. George Mason, the Patriots. He's the Patriot from George Mason University. I don't know where the hell that is. So we don't actually know what he looks like because the mascot is such a big fan that he paints his face. And I kind of love that. He's leaned so hard in. So he's got poofy hands, a big coat, a gigantic head with a tricorn hat, but he must just be wearing like normal pants and a t-shirt other than that. I normally think I would hate someone called the Patriot, but this Patriot, I like it. 4 out of 5 for the commitment to the bit of the face painting. Okay, this is the Michigan Wolverines. The University of Michigan does not have a mascot and believes they are unnecessary. Off. No mascot? You're the Wolverines. You do have a mascot. You just don't have a physical mascot. But if you have concept art anywhere on campus, guess what, motherfuckers? You have a mascot. You just don't put a student in it.
They did have a live one early on, but
They used to have a live. What happened?
I think he died.
In the suit.
No.
Oh no, they had a real one. They had a real Wolverine. Well, that's dangerous and stupid. But put a guy in the costume and let's see how the student morale raises up. These are the Providence Friars, Friar Dom, and Huxley the Dalmatian. They have 2 mascots. One of them is a friar with a nightmare face. Absolutely horrifying. He mostly looks like a gigantic coin bank. I think I should put a big nickel in his mouth. He has a completely stylistically different friend, Huxley the Dalmatian, and these two don't make any sense together. Why can't the Dalmatian also be a dog of God? Why can't the dog be wearing like a priest collar? And then we have a pair that makes sense. But right now, this is disjointed and weird. 2 out of 5 basketballs. This is the Wolf Pack. North Carolina State, Mr. Wolf and Mrs. Wolf. And let me tell you, they're a hot couple. They look related though. I am concerned that they're actually brother and sister. It looks incredibly incestuous. I mean, the eye color, the teeth. I love her dress though. I think she looks darling. I like that they let her limbs be the students' limbs. There's no extra fur. And then he's got big fat arms and legs. They got married at a game?
Yep.
That's beautiful. 5 out of 5 basketball. That's love. And they were number 69, so that's funny that they were a couple. The Southern Methodist Mustangs, Peruna 9. Who's a pony, and all the other ponies have died. They just have a real pony on the field. 2 dorks seem to be running along with the pony in khaki shorts, red shoes, and a red shirt. I feel bad for them. The pony everyone's cool with, but then they're like, yeah, I actually, I run with the pony at games. Like, oh, cool, I'm gonna grab a drink. I like the idea of a live pony, but I do wanna also see a pony mascot, because you can't have a live pony in a basketball game. He's gonna shit on the court. That's a 2 out of 5 right there. Texas Tech, Red Raiders, Raider Red. Well, this is quite obviously Yosemite Sam. You know, I joked about, he has a gun. I made a joke earlier that another mascot should have a gun, and honestly, I was like, should I have made that joke? But now I see a mascot with a gun, and I'm in the clear. Wow, hilarious that he has a gun. Of course he does, it's Texas. You can't see his eyes because his hat is so big. His mustache is huge and red. And not only is he carrying a gun, he's shooting fake guns in the air right now. I bet he's a blast at basketball games. 4 out of 5 basketballs. Ugh, I hate this. This looks like something communist. This is St. John, the Red Storm, Johnny Thunderbird. He looks like a mutant. He looks like he was a normal bird, and then somewhere along the line, someone was like, what if he was the Flash? The white all over his face is weird. The wings are shitty. The lightning bolt is in the wrong direction. I hate Johnny Thunderbird. 1 out of 5. The Duquesne Dukes. This is Duke, and he's got a cane and a basketball. He looks like a magician. I pity him. I think I don't, for the most part, like it when white men are the mascots just as themselves. His head's a little bit too big, but I've met some big-headed guys with this face before. This guy's uncanny valley to me. I don't like him, and I don't want to be his friend. 1 out of 5 basketballs. This is Spike the Bulldog. You ever seen those photos of dogs who like bit a bee and their whole face falls out? That's what Spike the Bulldog looks like. He is strong, he has nice paws. I like his lower teeth, but I can't see his eyes. I'm losing his magic. Sorry, Spike. I like that his name is a dog name. 2.5 out of 5 basketballs. This is Xavier College, the Musketeers, D'Artagnan, and the Blue Blob. They nailed it. This is beautiful. They said, we're gonna go hard strange, okay? Over the top, big, long face, musketeer, Spanish, obviously. And then his sidekick, the worst Muppet ever designed. He's just not the Mana guys, but he's huge. I don't even know if the mouth can move or if the mouth is just like a painted on black mouth and the arms being like this, he himself doesn't know why he exists. I love this pair. It is befuddling. And I would never stop watching the mascots at the game. And for me, who I don't really care about basketball, this is what I need. I need a great show happening down at the bottom of the stands. It's constant. I imagine that D'Artagnan's just chasing the Blue Blob, or vice versa. Maybe the Blue Blob's chasing him. 5 out of 5 basketballs. They nailed this. This is a slam dunk. This reminds me of Street Sharks. Tony the Land Shark, very similar to a street shark. They are allowing him to wear a skin-tight shirt over this massively buff individual. I mean, it could be fake muscles, but they look kind of real to me. And then it has a very unsettling, probably tweaking shark head. It's just the right kind of weird. His eyes, I'm thinking about his eyes. They're just jet black and they're like, his like lids are trying to close, but he won't let them. One more game, and then they'll let me rest. He's like living off 5-hour energies and coffee right now, and maybe whatever sharks do that's similar to cocaine underwater. He's a land shark, so maybe he's just doing cocaine. 4 out of 5 basketballs. I mean, whoever this guy is too, he's yoked. This is from Miami, Florida. These are the Hurricanes, and instead of having it be a physical hurricane, they went with an ugly bird. The duck is almost cross-eyed here.
He's not a duck.
He's not?
No.
Oh, he's an ibis. What the fuck is that?
It's a bird.
There's another bird. To the layman, this is a duck. If you're gonna make him not a duck, you gotta do something more. I don't like that I can see into the duck's arms. Ducks don't have loose sleeves, or ibises either. This bird has eyebrows though. Very intense eyebrows, Eugene Levy level. And what the f is an ibis? I wanna see what an ibis really looks like. That's way prettier than this thing. Look at that ibis, it's beautiful. This thing looks awful. Ugh, 1 out of 5 basketballs. This is Tech, the bulldog. He's from Louisiana Tech, he's cute. I like that they're embracing the tech. He's cute though, I like a bulldog, and I can see his eyes. He doesn't look like his face was stung by a bunch of bees. I think they could go harder. He needs to be in a shirt, or pants, something, or a cape. He needs more than just the collar. He just looks like a dog. I wouldn't believe he's the mascot. Dress him up. 2 out of 5 basketballs. Herky the Hawk. This guy looks like an asshole. He also looks like a bee. He's from Iowa, the Hawkeyes. Herky the Hawk. His beak bending down to the front is a really funny choice that does like turn his mouth into 2 like, I like. It's fierce. I'm scared of him. But I think he would still take pictures with kids. 3.5 out of 5 basketballs. Oh shit. These are the Texas Longhorns. This is Hookem. I love him. His face is awesome. Inviting and expressionless. But his stance is powerful. This guy's down to f. Look at his horns. And his thigh muscles are strong. And he's got some weird extra piece of fabric over his dick. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Would f. This is San Francisco Dons. This is the Don. This is clearly a shitty Zorro. I don't like him at all. He looks sweaty. Why is he the Don?
Because it's the.
I know they're the Dons, but what's that?
they were like the businessmen of the time.
Don is like saying like Lord Varmer, meet Don Perignosa. Don Perignon is what I almost said, but yeah, Don Keith. He doesn't look like a businessman though. He looks like Zorro with a creepy hat. 1 out of 5. I don't like him. These are the Liberty Flames. This is Sparky the Eagle. I love that they just said, yeah, we're the Flames, but what about a bird? And how about our eagle have a head that looks like a melted marshmallow? The beak is also nervous. He looks like an anxiety mascot. I don't know. If we win or we lose, either way, we're having a great time, right? Right? Yeah, I don't want to hang out with him. Sorry, Sparky. That's a 2 out of 5 basketballs for me. Yeah, I'm into this. You think the first thing I notice is his face. And it is. But the second thing I notice, his biceps are out of control. His biceps are disgusting. Too strong. Too solid. It looks like this man has somehow figured out how to do a single exercise his entire life. And also, I get that it's his neck that's black, but it looks like he's just going, if you imagine him as just stunned by what he's looking at, he is the funniest mascot I've ever seen. He looks like a rat who's surprised. He's just horrifying enough that I'm giving him a 4 out of 5 basketballs. These are the Florida Gators. This is Albert and Alberta Gator. These two look like they are the people who vacation in Florida. You've seen these people at Disney World. And honestly, God bless them. They're happy. They love each other. They found each other. They don't care what you think. Yeah, they look a little dorky. Yeah, they're taking pictures of each other in front of the Millennium Falcon. And she's wearing lipstick and it doesn't look good. The lipstick's on her teeth, you know, but you sit there, she's happy. They literally look like they're at the game for the first time. Someone let them on the field and they're so excited and they're like, oh, take a picture of us. I'm gonna send it to Aunt Carol. 5 out of 5. Ugh. Hank? That's a terrible name. Your face is falling apart, Hank. These are the Butler Bulldogs. This is the worst bulldog I've seen today. It looks like he used ear gauges in his cheeks as a teenager, and now he's paying the price. He took a bite out of his own collar, so we know he's dumb. His head is so big, to not give this poor mascot any muscles is mean. 2 out of 5 basketballs. Virginia Tech Hokies. This is Hokie Bird, a turkey. He's got the classic turkey thing on his face, which I love. I feel like a lot of people forget that the turkeys have the gross skin sack, like the ball sack that's coming out of the center of their face. How Ben Franklin thought that should be our country's bird escapes me. If he got rid of his body and put his head straight on his feet, that's about as close to a Goomba as I've ever seen in real life. 1.5 out of 5. This is St. Joseph's. This is the hawk. The hawk looks like part of his brain is exposed. I mean, he looks like mid-lobotomy and he ran out of the room screeching. His eyes instill fear and panic. It doesn't look like he knows where he's going, nor does he care where he's going, but the wings are amazing. They're these big, velvety, plumage. Beautiful. I love the run. The angle of this shot is incredible. If this is the energy you're getting from this mascot every game, he's a top mascot. I'm gonna give him 3.5 out of 5 basketballs because of the vibe. Oh, this guy's a racist. Isn't a Nebraska Cornhusker? He's Herbie Husker. It could go one or two ways. This guy could be a huge piece of shit, or he actually could be a really genuine real estate guy, you know? You have to have 2 beers with him to know who he truly is. The more I look at him, the more I don't like him. He looks like people I know. I'm gonna give him right in the middle, 2.5 out of 5, because I don't know how to feel about him. He's a cowboy from Louisiana, from McNeese. It looks like so bad, I feel uncomfortable making fun of it. Something happened to his face. Like something traumatic happened a long time ago, and it would be very rude to talk about it. He fell out of a building onto his face, and this is the best the facial reconstructive surgery could do. I just don't feel good making fun of how he looks. This guy's got 2 guns. I hate that we're being served so much crotch in this photo. 1 out of 5 basketballs. Ugh. What's going on? It's me, Harry the Husky, from Washington, the Washington Huskies. This guy looks friendly. He doesn't look like a dog though, he looks like a little bear. I can see through his sleeves though, don't like that. I like that he looks like a strong football player. I like his big head, I like his expression. He looks not as cereal mascot. You know what it is? Generic cereal mascot. He's in the bag cereal aisle. He sells Frosted-O's. He's almost made it to the big leagues, but he's gonna be minor leagues forever, you know. 3 out of 5 basketballs. Yosef from Appalachian State, Mountaineers. This mascot looks like he's the coach. I lived on the Appalachian Mountain Trail, I did. There were people who looked like this, their names are not Yosef. I knew Peggy Sue's, Billy Bob's, Lily Ann's, Reagan May. I knew everyone had 2 names and that wasn't their last name even. His eyes are crystal blue though. I like the checker shirt. God, he does have a raw sexual energy. He's like lumberjack hot. I want him to open his mouth so I know how many teeth he has. 3 out of 5 basketballs. Here's Will D. Cat of the Wildcats. This cat was in a fire. and they did nothing. The animal it was based off of, and then the costume that they took, it was also in a fire. It looks awful. He looks gaunt and sad. Honestly, if you look into his eyes, he's screaming, help. Oh, poor guy. I can't help you. 1.5 out of 5 basketballs. The Nevada Runnin' Rebels, image not available. Hey Reb, mascot, was retired 2021 due to implied Confederate ties. The decision to retire him is a 5 out of 5. The fact that it took until 2021, that's gonna be a 0 out of 5. This is a nightmare. This has fully haunted me in my dreams. This is an anamorph. Texas Christian horned frogs. This is the super frog. This frog is covered in horns, as the name implies, but his head looks like a big fish. God, it looks like he has a disease. It looks a lot like the How to Tame Your Dragon. He's got a lot of appendages that I guess you could have sex with. That's just the type of thing a Christian would do. 3 out of 5 basketballs, because it is really well done, but it does scare me. This is Washington State Cougars, Butch T. Cougar. This feels like it has never changed since the 20s. I don't like his face. It's too big, it's too tall, it's ugly. He's too skinny too. This guy looks like a little wiener. Give us a beefcake on the field. 1 out of 5 basketballs. This is quite the opposite. He looks like a weeble wobble. His name is Cocky. You can get a basketball added to the score right there. He's from South Carolina. They're the Gamecocks. I love that the Gamecocks really lean in. They scream, "Go Cox." It's funny, you know, you think that South Carolina, all these religious Bible Belt people wouldn't want to just scream cock all the time, but that's what I'm telling you, Christians, they love cocks. 3 out of 5 basketballs. The Pittsburgh Panthers rock the Panther. Nobody's rocking this Panther. This Panther is deformed. It looks like his head is a square. His eyes are very scary green though. Why is his name Rock? ROC especially. Isn't ROC like a big bird? So give him wings. Give him bigger teeth. Make him a real nightmare. 1 out of 5 basketballs. Pittsburgh. This is the Cincinnati Bearcats, and this is the Bearcat. He's got whiskers that double as a mustache. He's got strong teeth, strong colors, black and red, and the tan for his face. He's strong. You know, my eyes are drawn to his hips, and it does look like this guy actually has a massive wang. I can't be sure, but he looks endowed. 4 out of 5 basketballs. Way to go, Cincinnati. This is Sparty, the Spartan from Michigan State. But this pose right now, it looks like an old man screaming for children to get off his lawn. His chin is too far forward. He's slumped over. This head looks like a puppet, like the mouth should open. It looks like he could go, hello. He's strong though. I mean, look at his arms, they're disgusting. This guy is absolutely roided out. This dude has been injecting himself since the Mark McGuire days. 3.5 out of 5. Colorado Buffaloes, this is Chip. The yellow face with the big button nose doesn't feel right. It should be like a lighter brown. It's like a bumblebee face to me. Face screams Honey Nut Cheerios. It's crisp and new, so we're gonna give it a 3 out of 5 basketballs, but we wanted to give it more. This is Ramses. He's a Dorset horned sheep of the North Carolina Tar Heels. The horns read as blonde hair. The tone of the ram's skin is really close to human skin tone. So it really feels like a man beast, like a minotaur. This image is a little out of focus, but honestly, I want to believe it's because he was shaking violently when it was taken, because he looks pissed off. And he's like coming at a person in the stands. This person started filming and went live on Facebook because he was afraid for his life. The colors are bad and he's mad at me and I don't even know why. So I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 basketballs. Sorry, Ramses. This is the second Spike the Bulldog we've seen. This one's unique. I gotta say that. This is from Gonzaga. They're the Bulldogs. I don't like that he's just wearing what look like driving gloves or golfing gloves. It doesn't look like paws. I do love the obviously big collar. There's spikes coming out from under his jaw. His jaw looks crazy, but he also looks like a hippo. It's a hippo costumes, and hippos are dangerous. So lean in. All you have to do is change the nose into 2 big nostrils, and you got a hippo, motherfuckers. And no one wants to with a hippo. Because it's a dog, I'm gonna give it 2.5 out of 5, but if you change this to a hippo, I'll come back and give you 4. Yeah, these look like melted cookies. These are more bulldogs. This is Bully and Belle. These look so similar to the Gators to me, but in a different way. They also look like SpongeBob's grandparents. I can't even see Belle's eyes, which is accurate to some bulldogs. They look old and wrinkled, and they look like, you know, an octogenarian couple who's still trying to stay relevant with the school. They like come to every single homecoming. They're a little ugly, so 1.5 out of 5. Yay, they're great! Memphis Tigers, this is Pouncer, not to be confused with Tony the Tiger. He looks nothing like Tony the Tiger. I like that he's wearing a belt. Major dad vibes from this guy. The head is gobbled up a third of this person's torso, but the expression is nice. He looks like he just saw a balloon for the first time. Like his eyes are wide open. He definitely looks like how a baby looks at things. Yes, he's focusing on it, but maybe he's not. 3.5 out of 5. This is a nut or a chocolate. This is Ohio State Buckeyes. This is Brutus Buckeye. This is a nut that grew a whole body under it, and everyone's screaming for it. I love the mouth, I love the eyes, I love the head. He looks like Hey Arnold got turned into a nut. And aren't Buckeyes also like peanut butter chocolate candies and they call them Buckeyes? Yeah, I like this guy. He's funny and weird and out of place, and I would stare at him the entire game. 5 out of 5 basketballs. Okay, next up, the Grand Canyon Antelopes. This is Thunder the Antelope, and this particular individual is strong as shit. He's doing push-ups on the cheerleaders' megaphones. Free basketball just for that. Could be fancier, could have more color to be a little less realistic. But I do like his horns, I like his big white lips. I think he's good. He definitely is a 3.5 out of 5 basketballs for me. But I wish there was more other than his brute strength. Like this. Look at this maniac on a motorcycle. This is Utah, the Utes. Swoop the hawk, the red-tailed hawk. This hawk looks like it's flown into the side of a building 30 times. Like, what's going on with this beak? It must just be black at the tip of this picture. Makes it look like it's mashed. I love the tuft of hair coming out of him. He's gone for a buzz cut look, and now he rides a motorcycle onto the field every goddamn day, even if there's no gain. This is incredible. Looks like a really angry librarian on a tear. 5 out of 5 basketballs. This is Utah State, the Aggies. Big Blue the Bull. Big Blue the Bull is up. His head is all misshapen. His eyes are not on the same latitude. His teeth are out, but his mouth is closed in a way that I don't think is possible. His horns are coming out of what look like his neck, and his muscles are sad. This guy thinks he's got it all, and he's fallen to shit. This looks like a guy who's really just too drunk at a party, and no one has the heart to tell him to go home. But the blue that he is and the blue of his eyes is beautiful. 2.5 out of 5 basketballs. This man is lost at the Walmart. What is happening? What is he wearing? Is that a tie? Is his tie out over his jacket? Is it a scarf? He's wearing a collared shirt. He's looking to the ceiling or the sky for help. He can't find his airplane and he thinks it's in the sky without him. This poor man needs to be allowed to go home and retire. He's too old. The Dayton Flyers need to let him go. 2 out of 5, poor guy. This is New Mexico Lobos, the Wolves, Lobo Louie. This wolf, he's loony. This wolf owns a miniature golf course where children go missing. It's the best game of miniature golf these kids have ever played. But then they don't come back. He looks absolutely crazy. His arms are so fabric-y with nothing under them. It looks like the man is forced to hold the sleeves up so they don't fall down to his elbows. Terrible construction, incredible backstory. 4 out of 5 basketballs. Okay, this is the Kentucky Wildcats. This is the Wildcat and Scratch. I couldn't tell you which one of these is the Wildcat and which one of these is Scratch. I'm gonna guess that Scratch is the one that's on my left, his right, because he looks like a scratching post. The fabric of his skin looks like something you'd give a cat to rip apart.
Scratch is the one with the hat.
This looks like an old guy trying to rap. Both of these costumes look 40 years old. However, I would like to hear their album. 2 out of 5 basketballs. Duke Dog from James Madison, the Dukes. His crown is incredible. His face is weird. Whatever material his face is made out of is a silicone, and his eyebrows being that pure brown and the rest of him being solid gray is like, wait, I guess his inner ears are also brown, but why are those the only two places this guy has brown? I love the regalness to him. And the thing is, he's Duke Dog. This dog does not look like he should be royalty. It's like the Princess Diaries, but for boys. Let's go with the 3 out of 5 basketballs. Okay, we got the spirit leader from the San Diego State Aztecs. He's formerly Monty Montezuma, represented by a student wearing inaccurate indigenous garments, so they don't have one anymore. Again, 5 out of 5 basketballs for doing away with that and looking for something new. That's gonna be a 0 out of 5 for having it in the first place. This is the Blue Devil of the Blue Devils, of course, at Duke. This guy is up to something. He looks like an old McDonald's character villain, like the Hamburglar and Batman. And he's wearing baseball pants. He's got elf ears. Doesn't look like the devil to me. He does have horns. Even if the devil was blue, I wouldn't think the devil looks like that. The devil should be handsome. The devil is always tricking people. This guy looks like a little goblin. 1 out of 5 basketballs. Virginia Cavaliers, the Cavman. This guy looks like a family man. He looks strong. The sword's on his shirt. I wish he did have a sword like a Cavalier. I like his cool, weird hat. The brim up on this side is nice. He's got big muscles. He's got a goatee. He looks friendly. He looks like a Pixar character. He's got the Coco animation style. Yeah, 3 out of 5 basketballs is fine. And the Texas A&M Aggies. This is Ravel, the dog, a rough collie. A rough collie, I think is how you pronounce it actually. A beautiful Lassie type dog. See, this dog's got like a weird banner. Like the dog's wearing what a table would wear at an alumni function. And I like that. He's also the 7th dog. So all the other dogs have died. Again, that's what this means. I like that they let you know there were 6 dead dogs that got us here. 4 out of 5 basketballs for the pretty dog. The Princeton Tigers, this is the tiger. His teeth are the most concerning teeth I've seen so far. The teeth are just a little bit bigger than our teeth, which is uncanny valley teeth. The eyes are this sunset orange that's haunting and beautiful at the same time. His face and his look, I'm scared of him, but not because he's scary, because I think he doesn't know himself. So I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 5 basketballs. He's pretty good looking, and the teeth are funny. This is the Auburn Tigers. This is Obby the Tiger. His head sucks. It's too perfectly round. His nose is too big, and his nose is the same stripes of his body. Cats don't look like that. And he's just sort of scrawny again. You're wearing so much fabric to look so skinny, bro. Put on some pounds to be a tiger. Taking down gazelles out there. Eating corpses everywhere you go. You should be big. 2 out of 5 basketballs for Obby the Tiger. Sorry, Obby. Colorado State Rams, this is Cam the Ram. There's no number behind it, so this Ram lives forever. This is the immortal Cam the Ram. The horns are incredible. How do they grow like that? They grow like vines. Vines just grow like this until they find something to link onto, and horns do the same thing. Are they trying to find something to grab? I know they actually grow that way so they can battle each other on cliff sides. Fucking crazy. Cam the Ram, 4 out of 5 basketballs. Indiana State Sycamores. Sycamore Sam we don't know what Sycamore Sam is. Is he a cat? Is he a wolf? He's got big ears, so Fox could be the running. Is he Sonic the Hedgehog? He kind of looks like Tails, but blue. I want these things to look good. You're about to be on TV. What if your team makes it to the Final Four? This is what you want? He needs muscles. His tongue is fun though. I like the tongue. But that's all I like, so 1.5 out of 5 basketballs. These are the Wisconsin Badgers, and this is Bucky Badger. And Bucky Badger is incredible. The shape of this thing's head. It looks like a wedge, like a doorstop. And the high-necked turtleneck sweater, he looks like a bag of popcorn. This guy is awesome. 5 out of 5 basketballs. I would be staring at this thing the whole game. Baylor Bears, Bruiser and Marigold Black Bear. These two run pyramid schemes. This woman is a Mary Kay seller, and she's high up, so she's actually making the money. That's why she's covered in gold. He's part of some sort of underground society, but you know he has bankrupted 5 different businesses, but never his own income. These bears are gonna tear you apart, and they're gonna tear your money apart with it. 2 out of 5 basketballs. This is what the Clemson Tiger looks like? This is awful. Clemson's like a really good athletic school. This looks like a human who's painted it on himself. The head is so tight to this poor person's face, it's like an Iron Man costume. And the eyes are a nightmare. And it's all baggy. Clemson, no. You know, your paw is such a part of your logo. What if instead of being a Clemson Tiger, you had just a Clemson Paws, and you had a guy whose face was a big paw, and you call him Paw or Paw Paw? This is a 1 out of 5 basketballs for me. He looks awful. This is the Fighting Illini from U of I, Illinois. This is the unofficial, as of 2023, Kingfisher, because I assume they used to have some sort of
Native
indigenous
American
person, yeah.
Yep.
I like this choice. A bird who looks like he's always singing a high note is really nice. This looks like Squeaker the penguin from Toy Story. I like the legs that are just pants coming out of the long frock of the bird body, and the eyes look sad, which is good. You should show remorse because you shouldn't have had a caricature as your mascot. This is an improvement, and he makes me laugh. 3.5 out of 5 basketballs. This is the Kansas Jayhawks. This is Big J and Baby J. These look like Yoshi's Island monsters. Having a baby mascot is actually adorable and hilarious, and I love it. I wish they were just living their life as a single father and son. You know, we're gonna go to Home Depot, but we can get you a hot dog. They don't look real, but I love their colors, and I love the message. 5 out of 5 basketballs. The Florida Atlantic Owls, Hoot and Owlsy. Their physique, they're strong but big, their shoes are extra big, their heads look straight up like footballs. I like their eyebrows. Their beaks are so open, you can imagine them just screaming. Like they could have a voice box in there that's just a horrible scream the entire time and it would check out for this look. But they should just be screaming who, but they look like they're just screaming, ah! Their look and tag team nature could have been a 4 out of 5 basketballs, but they missed the obvious hoot and holler, and they f***ed that up. So 3.5 out of 5 basketballs. Alabama, Crimson Tide, Big Al the elephant. Just look at him. He looks sad. He's trying to communicate to these children. His trunk is too wobbly. He does not look nearly as good as that other elephant, but I'm gonna give him 5 anyway because he's big. He's got big feet. He's got big elephant energy. He's wearing a shirt. I love him. He's cool. I would also want to take a photo with this guy. If I saw this guy walking into a theme park, I'd be like, give me a hug. 5 out of 5 basketballs. Oklahoma Sooners, Boomer and Sooner. These are 2 little horses, but they also have a pony mascot in the outfit, and he's got the biggest smile you ever did see on a horse. His mouth doesn't work like a horse mouth should. It's all front smiled, which is creepy and looks like clip art. I love the 2 little ponies, and I love that they take them on the football field because you know they've pooped on the field before. And then the team has played. I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 5 basketballs. Middle of the line, middle of the road. These are the Creighton Blue Jays. Billy Blue Jay. The legs are much thicker than the arms, and that's not how arms work on birds. This bird barely has any feathers. But the beak, the big open mouth beak with the big pink tongue, that is fun. I love the head. And something is feminine about Billy. I think it's because like the eye shape looks like eyeshadow. The triangular happy mouth just feels a little more femme. I like Billy. And you know what? Billy's a girl's name. I'm gonna give her 4 out of 5 basketballs because her face is doing a lot of work, but the legs are gross. This is Tennessee Volunteers. This is Smokey the Blue Tick Coonhound. What does blue tick even mean? They got blue ticks all over him? I don't want ticks. It's a hound. It's not like a bulldog that has so much expression or a lassie dog. Hounds kind of just look like dogs, which I guess I kind of feels very Tennessee. Honestly, he looks like a mutt. Maybe that's good. Mutts need their time to shine too. Also, I don't know of how many dogs have died to lead us to this one. I like the other ones that tell me how many dogs have died. I'm gonna give this dog a 3 out of 5 basketballs because he's a dog, good boy. This is Marquette Golden Eagles. This is Iggy. Iggy has such a shiny jersey that it has a lens flare in this photo, which I love that addition. Head on, he looks awkward, but when you see him from the side, you realize he's a charming menace. His neck is a little odd though, isn't it? So thin. Eyebrows look like a butt. And he's not strong enough, and his wings aren't big enough, but I like his face a lot. I'm gonna go with 4 out of 5 basketballs for Iggy's head. Yes. Hold on, I'm going back. I'm just seeing the next one. I'm docking Iggy down to 3.5 because Iggy has nothing on this thing. This is the Iowa State Cyclones. This is Cy the Cardinal. Bird with teeth. Love it. He's got multiple microphones. He's doing an entire press conference. He's very popular. His head looks like wind is blowing him like crazy backwards. His eyes are gargantuan and his irises have crazy detail. His pupils have hearts in them. So weird, so awesome. 5 out of 5 basketballs. That is a mascot you want to see on TV. Yukon Huskies, this is Jonathan the Husky. Jonathan! There's a giant inflatable husky obviously behind Jonathan. Jonathan looks like a really low budget marshmallow DJ costume. It's really hard not just to look at the inflatable in this image. I'm trying to look at the guy who's trying to look cool in front of the inflatable while everyone around him is completely disinterested in him. But it doesn't seem like school spirit. It seems like at a convention. 2.5 out of 5. I want more detail on the body. The body's just a white suit and there's nothing there. This is crazy. I don't know what to think about this. This is the BYU Cougars. This is Cosmo the Cougar. Cosmo the Cougar was part of the insurrection for sure. Look at this outfit. Look at his face. This guy looks like an old angry Southerner who was misled by Trump. He's driving this crazy looking three-wheeler and he's squinting because he can't see, he needs his glasses. I really wouldn't want to be cornered and talking to this guy for half an hour. I think I'd go crazy, so I'm gonna give him a 1.5 out of 5 basketballs. Purdue Boilermakers. This is the Boilermakers special. It's a train. Well, we have found the winner. This train obviously is a modified truck so that it can go without tracks, but where does it go in a basketball game? Does it have a face? It's just a big light bulb? Yes, Purdue. It's brilliant. 10 out of 5 basketballs. This is so funny to have a train be your mascot. University of Arizona Wildcats, Wilbur and Wilma T. Wildcat. Oh, they are gussied up. They are oil tycoons. She is his 6th wife. They keep getting younger and younger. He keeps saying the same age. She looks 21. He looks 65. His teeth are disgusting. Why are there such dark gaps in between them? She looks a little meek, but sweet. She just doesn't know. I don't like the age disparity in this relationship. And while I may not agree with it, love is love. I'm gonna go with a 3.5 because I like her bow. Last but not least, the Houston Cougars, Shasta and Sasha the Cougars. Although we only have a picture of Shasta, and he looks sad. But this is like the biggest head we've seen. This head is huge, and unfortunately it is hanging in what looks like a crushing defeat. But you know what? This photo was obviously taken before he had a girlfriend. The school saw this photo. They said, we gotta get him on Tinder or something. And he met Sasha, and his whole world turned around. And you should see them. When you watch March Madness and you see Shasta and Sasha, they're just gonna be kissing all the time, young love. All I have to judge is this, and this is definitely a 1.5 out of 5 basketballs. Sorry to end it there, but that's how it is. Well, that's it. Top of the day has to be the Purdue Boilermakers. The Cardinal that's face was like, there was a beautiful horse in there. Oh, I love the USC Trojan. He was probably my favorite white guy. Brutus the Buckeye, I love the big nut. Oh, I forgot about the blue blob, and I love the blue blob. I mean, honestly, if the blue blob could dump that musketeer and join the train, we'd have a power couple that would end all basketball games. People wouldn't even care about the game. March Madness, who'd heard of it? I just want to watch 2 hours straight of the train and the blue blob circling the court while people scream. This has been so much fun. I am actually excited to watch March Madness now to see a glimpse of some of these amazing mascots. But what did you think? Do you agree with me? Do you feel like I was totally wrong? And what else do you want to see me rate? What other groups of things could I give my opinions on, which are so desperately desired? As always, everything I do is brought to you by my hot sauce. It's right there. It's been there the whole time. Buy yourself some. Hey, why not? Spice up your college sports with my face. I kind of have myself as a mascot, don't I? I give myself 5 out of 5 basketballs. See you next time.